please do this?
Sure. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Next up, board recognition. We do not have any board recognition for the month of September. Moving into citizen participation. I do not believe we have any citizens present for citizen participation. So we'll move into consent agenda. There are 3 different items under consent agenda. If you have any questions, now's the time to ask. Otherwise, we need a motion.
So moved.
Second. Motion by Roger, seconded by Caitlin to approve the consent agenda as presented. Those in favor?
Yes.
Opposed? 6 yes, 1 absent.
Okay, next up, we have financial statement. There are 2 different check runs, actually 3, I guess, technically, in your packet. Does anyone have any questions on the financial statements? Okay, we need a motion to pay the bills, please.
Motion. Second.
Motion by Chris, seconded by Roger to approve the financial statement and action on the September bills as presented. Those in favor?
Yes.
I abstain.
Okay. 5 yes, 1 absent, 1 abstain.
Let's move into our administrative reports. Do we have any board and committee reports? I think since the last time we were here, we all went to the NSBA regional meeting. We had full attendance. That was awesome, just to see the whole board there.
And we won money.
And we won money for our district. That's awesome as well. Coming up.
amazing at trivia.
Well, we weren't really that great.
But you weren't there to see us.
As long as we were just competing against ourselves, we were good.
We won that. I thought we were amazing.
I think it might have been the name.
Probably.
It was the name.
Totally.
We do have 2 conferences coming up in the month of October. We have the mayor conference, and I believe several are signed up for that. So thank you for those. And then Sherry, I believe, will be representing us at the MSBA conference. Thank you, Sherry, for being a team player. So let's move into our building principal reports. Let's start at the high school.
So, I think we're kind of leveled out on people coming in and going out and things like that. We have 22 virtual students this year, 5 MOOP students, which all of them should probably be done in October. 3 of them are ready to test now, but we can't actually do that until they've taken their EOCs, and that doesn't open until October 20th, I believe is the 22nd, something like that, the window. So we'll just hold them and keep prepping them until that time. And then we just have 9 students coming in and out of ALC for makeup. So other than that, we're just, taking care of business. And I gave you guys a pie chart this time again, so you had something pretty to look at. But discipline, we're doing pretty good. Giving a shout out to Mr. Perlman. He's doing an exceptional job, I think. He makes sure that all discipline is dealt with basically in the same day, if he can, as long as he's not headed out early for supervision. He's very fair about it. I think the kids are responding to him well. They're all trying to see who's going to be taller than him, and Caleb Herr is winning. So that's how he figured out that Mr. Froman was not the Wildcat, because he had to go back to back with him. So, but yeah, we're doing pretty good. Nothing, no, major discipline going on for us. From what I hear from neighboring districts, it's not the same. So I'm very grateful that our kids are behaving themselves. So.
Thank you. Middle school.
Our drama club held their auditions this evening for their Christmas musical. We'll be performing that for probably the elementary and our middle school students before Christmas break, and The musical this year is Who Will Be the Next North Pole Star? And
I like it.
And Officer Post had got Dare started before her accident, so we're going to postpone that. We was wanting to get that finished by Christmas time so we could do the Dare graduation and everything, but we'll just pick that back up once she gets back in and gets going again. But yeah, we're just kind of getting in our groove and getting things done, so things are starting to settle down now, so.
Thank you. And elementary.
Things are good in the elementary building. I don't know that we would consider ourselves settled quite yet with running with one admin right now, but we are doing good. We do have a beautiful baby boy. I added that to our report. Mrs. Brown has had her baby. She and her son, Collins, are both doing great. We had a great turnout for our Grandparents' Day. That was fun. We got to have Dr. Davidson out there directing traffic because I had so many people in attendance, so I was excited about that.
It's a good thing.
It was a good thing, and we did get a lot of good feedback about it, so it felt good to have people in the building. They were very appreciative. So our next big thing we have coming up is block party. Those things I included in the packet already. We did have the Ned show come today. That was fun for our students, and we will be selling yo-yos in our cafeteria for the next week, part of their Pay It Forward program. They come to us for free, we sell yo-yos, and then that pays for the next school they go to. So kind of neat to have that. I shared some closed Raleigh schools to maybe pawn them off there to try to pay it forward, but the kids really responded well to that. We had fun with it, and it kind of overlapped with our PBIS approach and those positive towels. And our referrals that we shared, our numbers are still really low, and the one thing I wanted to point out tonight is we do both quarterly and monthly rewards. When we started in August, we didn't do our August ones. We kind of let that roll over, being a 4-day week, to September. So our first ones are coming up. And we're doing tickets where kids' names can be drawn out at the end of the month. And so one that I wanted to point out, I put all 3 of them in here, but here's a sample of one, is we're going to have a student of the month that will get recognized at the board. And so we'll have everyone sign it, and we'll let that kid come with their parents to the board meeting, and that will be part of our board recognition. We'll get their picture really quick, and then they'll get something fun at school, just so that they're not like, oh, I got a board meeting, and they got a Happy Meal, or something like that. So we'll still make it fun for them and present them either with a trophy or a movie night basket, but we are going to do the certificate and have them come here because their parents are going to look back on that and think that that's a really big deal. So we're excited to get that going. I'm communicating with Angela on that as far as if she just needs that when I send my board packet in, but when we get those kiddos in, and it will be one from each grade level, K through 4, that will just real quick present that night at the board meeting once a month. So it's just, again, kind of going with our flow of getting more community involvement and that visibility. So we're excited for that, and I think that'll go over well. So. But great things happening elementary. We're having fun.
Good deal. All right. Special education report.
She's in Pacific covering the
Supervising tonight. Abby, would you like to give the student rep report?
I think that switching to women has taken its toll on a lot of the high school students. Yeah, it's been a little rough at the beginning. I think it's fine now. It's okay. It's better. A little bit better.
Very convincing.
Yeah, I know how to work it now. That's all. It's fine. Our pep club I mentioned last time. They have gone to almost every game. Some of it.
They're awesome.
Yeah.
They are awesome.
The first one was the Lynn game, which didn't go as everyone would have expected, but we did win. They were very happy. Very good bus ride home. Tuesday was our teacher appreciation for softball and volleyball. Tuesday was also the suicide awareness game for volleyball. I think that had very good turnout. I didn't get to go, but I did hear good things about it. And homecoming next Friday. Our theme that we picked was Clue. I think it'll go very well. Our spirit days are not, you guys can't see them, but PJ Day, a class distinction day, inside out clothing, something that everyone can do, black and gold this Friday, FFA had their green hand night, so they took 20 of their green hands to go learn how to be leaders in their own respective areas. And their officers also did a contest while they were all there, so they placed third out of 11 teams that went. And book club picked their first book, which is Far from the Madding Crowd by Thomas Hardy. So we will be starting that in 2 weeks.
Awesome. Good job.
Good job.
Thank you. All right, Assistant Superintendent report.
I only had one correction in my report. I had 83 teachers participating in Career Ladder, but I submitted my report before their deadline, so we're up to 85. So I just wanted to thank the board for approving that initiative. You know, we have 100 certified teachers and 85 of them chose to do Career Ladder. That just, I think, shows how much they wanted it and how they're excited to put in the work and do what needs to be done. So thank you.
That is awesome. All right, Superintendent report.
So a couple of things to add, and I'll let Abby know. Assure you we're doing everything possible with Lumen to get all the little quirks worked out. We're on the phone with them daily. But are getting in a better place. And then the other, we did have our auditors here yesterday and today, so just want to thank our office staff. They did a great job, and we got through that, and no major concerns, and very minor things to tweak or change. They should have a report for us. I'd like to by November, but at the latest December, as we have to get stuff submitted as well before the end of the year.
Just for everybody, I like to see the different activities going on that invite our community into the school, like Grandparents' Day. I think it's phenomenal. Just to, I don't know, if you want to bridge that gap, like you have to work with the community, and so good job. All right, let's move into unfinished business and a 2024-25 budget update.
So currently our revenues received year to date are to 12%, and then our current expenditures year to date are 67%. So what's reflected in that is we already go ahead and encumber our entire certified salaries for the year, so that's why that looks large. And then our classified are not in that, so you'll see that go up through the year. And then we'll have title funds actualized after we do FERs, which the state has pushed that date back, I think, till the 23rd before they even open those. So we'll get all that adjusted, but in a good place financially, and glad to be there.
Okay, fantastic. All right, new business. We need to approve some surplus items. There is a list in your packet. Looks like there's 8 different items.
Yep, so with those items, these are, we were able to update our high school and middle school rooms. I guess they must be home ec, but fax rooms now, old school fax rooms. So updated those, so we have that, and then we have a 2011 club car that's kind of ending the narrative of its life, but we'll surplus that, and then we've replaced that already with a new side-by-side. So any questions on those, or?
Okay, if there's no questions, we do need a motion to approve those as surplus.
Second.
Thank you.
Motion by Caitlin, seconded by Roger, to approve the items on.
Chris.
Thank you, Chris. To approve the items on the list as surplus items and to receive sealed offers as presented. Those in favor?
Yes.
6 yes, 1 absent.
All right, moving right along to our capital project task force. So this is your baby, if you'd like to speak about it.
It's not mine, it's ours. So, but I'm really excited. We're in a good financial place. So in August, the board approved to do a defeasance because we're paying down our debt service. So that would give us the opportunity, if the board chose in April of 2026, to go out for a no tax increase bond. So we would be looking at about a $5 million bond. So what I'd like to do is just kind of take the next year to get a task force together to vet out what if anything, we'd like to do, and then kind of tour the facilities. I really think just a more conservative approach is do maintenance items for what we have a really nice facility here. But just kind of brainstorming some ideas, and it won't take much to spend $5 million. But for example, if we updated all 3 lights on the fields we have, so softball, baseball, and football field, we're probably looking at about $1 million there. And then if we wanted to revisit freshening up the bathrooms in the middle school and potentially adding a bathroom, we're probably about $500,000 there. And then middle school doesn't have, it's the only building that doesn't have HVAC in the commons areas or hallways. The classrooms do, but the others don't. So for example, last winter, we had some really cold temperatures come. And so when I came up here early in the morning, it was 38 degrees in the hallways. So I don't know if people are quite aware of all that, but I think there's some things we can do just to kind of help that. You know, we could do a fresh coat of paint, kindergarten through 12th grade, the halls, just get them all kind of uniform. Maybe like our boardroom is here. Maybe look at doing some upgrades to the elementary playground. High school offices could be reconfigured a little bit to put a ticket window in, just like the middle school, high school has. You know, if we want to do a complete parking lot re-pour versus doing sections, it would be last a little longer. But those are just ideas, but would really like if the board would like to pursue this. And one, kind of just looking for a consensus tonight, and then 2, if 2 or 3 of you would like to be on that, I'd be glad to have you in. And I'll get probably some people from chambers, some parents, teachers, maybe Cuba Development Group, get 1 or 2 from there, just kind of get some collective buy-in from the community and see. So I think it'd be good. We've got a really good campus, but it's one of those, as a board and as a SUP, we have to do our due diligence. We're just a link in the chain to not only support our current but future students. So I'm pretty excited about it on what we can do. So I'll quit speaking now. I keep going.
I'm rubbing off on you.
All right. Touche. But does anybody have any questions or thoughts or?
My thought is there are definite items that we need to continue to look at upgrading. I mean, just at your own home, you know, you always have expenses, and if we don't plan ahead of time, I think we'll catch ourselves in a bind really fast.
You're gonna have to do it eventually, so do it.
Get behind the ball.
Well, and like speaking about like the lights, I know just like the lights at the ballpark in town, we are to the point that we can't even get replacement bulbs because they're just so old, and I think you're going to run into that same problem here. You are running into that same problem here. So that's one piece of it.
But this would give us over a year to kind of figure out what we want, prioritize, because the board would have to approve in December of 25 if they'd like it on the ballot in April of 26, because it has to be then submitted by January, there's a cutoff date that's before the January meeting. So this would give us, I think, a good time to kind of really take some time and see what people like, not like. I'd like to, once we get the group together, just kind of take a tour of our facilities, walk around and really look at what do the bathrooms look like, what do the halls look like, ball fields, playgrounds, stuff like that. And if people have other ideas, I mean, this is just kind of me walking around campus for 4 years, looking at stuff, getting ideas.
Fresh coat of paint is desperately needed. Sherry, did you have a
We're making that
question?
happen now.
No, I was just gonna say if they were looking for someone beyond that.
Okay.
Same.
One more is welcome if they like. You don't have to, if you like to.
I'll go.
If you can, and if you don't have time, that's fine too.
I'll bet.
Okay. So we have Chris and Sherry and Caitlin who have just volunteered themselves to be part of this little committee. We do not have to vote on that. Just so you guys know. Okay. All right. Moving on to Board of Education proposed agenda items. We do not have any. Resident agenda items, we do not have any. So our next item is to approve our next board meeting. I will tell you that we will be at a conference on the 3rd Thursday of October. important. So, would you guys be,
They're together 5 Thursdays.
would you guys be opposed to meeting before the conference happens?
Is that enough time?
On Tuesday?
Too early
Tuesday. Was the
for
15th?
bills.
Yeah, that would be really hard on Jeannie to.
Yeah, because I would only put them at like the 15th. But you want to go to the
Well,
24th?
that would only be 2 days sooner than the 17th.
Yeah.
I mean, we
Is that
could,
too soon still, or?
I don't think so. I mean, we could do that if needed.
24th, too late.
I was gonna say the 24th.
It's the next Thursday.
That's the next Thursday. There's 5 in there, but,
Oh, and you can't.
If we
If-
could do,
if
like,
able.
a different day than the 24th,
be honest with us,
it
so
would be a
yeah.
little bit better.
Or do you want the 23rd?
22nd or 23rd?
There's nothing on the calendar on the 23rd.
23rd, fine.
23rd.
Does that work for you guys? Sherry, can you fit us into your agenda?
Not those Wednesday before, but I can do that one.
Okay, you see. Well, I'll make a motion that we move it to the 23rd.
Motion by Roger, seconded by Caitlin, that the October board meeting be scheduled on Wednesday, October 23rd at 6 o'clock with closed session to follow. Those in favor?
Yes.
ma'am.
Opposed? 6 yes, 1 absent.
And I know that we'll have fantastic information to bring back from our conference too, that we can share with you all on the 23rd. Perfect. Okay. So our next motion that we need is to go into closed session after a 10-minute break.
Second. Third.
Motion by Caitlin, seconded by Chris, to go into closed session in accordance with the provisions of section 610.021, subsection 3 and 13 of the revised statutes of Missouri in order to discuss personnel after a 10-minute recess. Roger?
Yes.
Lisa, yes. Caitlin?
Yes.
Tammy, absent. Sherry?
Yes.
Chris?
Yes.
Jennifer?
Yes.
6 yes, 1 absent.
You are really
She
good.
has
You
got
are-
it.